about Sinus Kingdom.
What?
No.
That
Translation?
Sinus Kingdom,
Baseless
baseless
hatred.
hatred.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's
foundless.
a good translation.
Foundless. There's no basis.
Boundless, I don't know.
Means free. Free hate.
Free hate. Yeah.
Free hate.
Most of the time, free is a good thing.
Yeah, but not when it comes.
We were saying in the Gemara, I think, and the Medrash, or something like that the reason why we're in exile now for 2,000 years is because we have baseless hatred. We have Sinus Kingdom. And for that, we're here. Why the destruction of the first temple was destroyed because the three cardinal sins of Gilei Raya, Shifras, Dublin, and Edazar, which is all the bad, terrible things in the entire Torah. So the question would be, why is it that all exile is so long, 2,000 years, for just having hatred for people, while Jews back then did all these despicable things, and they were only exiled for 70 years. So the answer basically is that to know not to steal, to know not to kill or not to worship idols, that's very easy and it's obvious, kind of, that you would know that like this, because all you have to do is someone tell you can't kill someone, they explain to you killing is bad, and you won't kill anymore. Because once you know that this thing is like totally bad and wrong, you won't do it. So all the three Averas are very easy to fix. So they only need 70 years, in a way. But Sinus Chinam is very hard to fix. Because Sinus Chinam, I could say that I could say it's not really a bad thing. I'm not doing anything. I'm just having resentment in my heart, or I have the right to hate him. He's doing something wrong. He's doing something I disagree with. He's being bad to me. So you can give all these excuses and therefore have hatred. And therefore it's very easy to see what you're doing is wrong, what you're doing is right. So that takes much longer. So the reason, well, what it says here is that the reason why this whole forced exile came about was for the fact that the Jews went into the land of Israel and they had a mission to destroy the 7 nations, the Canaanim, and they didn't fulfill the mission. And according to the Nach, what happened was they didn't destroy them. The Canaanim were a bad influence on them, and the Canaanim told them to. The Canaanim taught them how to worship idols and to kill and to do good in their lives, and they learned from these things, and that's what caused them to turn bad. So according to Chassidus, the 7 nations representing the 7 bad midas inside the Torah, the 7 bad emotions. And the mission of the Jews when they're going to Israel was to destroy these 7 bad emotions. But they went in there and they didn't fulfill their mission. They didn't do it completely. And therefore, it just kept on causing them to do more sins and to do more problems. So, therefore, when they were put into exile, they were not just punished, but they were supposed to refine themselves and to elevate themselves and to fix the problem, that the reason why they were in exile for. So they were put in exile specifically for 70 years. For 70 years, for every 10 years, they're supposed to be refining one of the 10 emotions, one of the 7 emotions, because every 10 years is represented with 10 spheres, which is in every of the emotions. But even when they came back to build the second temple, they fulfilled that. They worked on themselves not to have the 7 emotions. But the main problem wasn't fixed, and that was this idea of baseless hatred. And that's why we're here now working and needing to go and refine it for 2,000 years. So the reason why it's as it says here, it's the basis of all sins is coming from this, and the life force from all sins are coming from this main point of having hatred. It doesn't necessarily have to be to people, I think. It could be to anything, I think. The idea of this is that the way the world works is that we're supposed to be kind of like nullified to Hashem. that Hashem is everything and we're nothing, and we don't really, we shouldn't be taking up so much space over here, and or yeshus or gaiva is in a way getting in the way of the truth that Hashem is everything and we're nothing. That doesn't mean we're not supposed to exist, but that means we're supposed to walk with Hashem and we're supposed to be receptacles for Hashem, to listen to Hashem and to do what Hashem tells us to do, and therefore our opinion and our way we look at things shouldn't be getting in the way of the mission of serving Hashem and doing what Hashem wants. This yeah, the idea is that we look at things at specific ways. All of us look at things in different ways, and we perceive things in different ways, and the way we perceive things contradict the way other people perceive things. That's how all these machlekes come along. That one guy says this, another guy says this. We start fighting because I say one thing, he says another thing. He looks at things one way, I look at it another way. We start fighting, and nothing's really happening. If we really think about it, we would see that we're all trying to we're trying to be good people. I mean, we're not trying to be annoying, and we're not trying to be wicked. Any of us, we're trying to do what's right, and we just have different ways of looking at things. But what we're doing, what we think we're doing, is right, and it is right. And all of us, the way we're looking at things is right. So when we see someone else doing something, it's not that he's doing it because he's trying to go against Hashem, or he's trying to do what Hashem wants, and he is doing what Hashem wants in his way. But by us fighting against each other about which way is right, all that's happening is we're missing the point. The point is, as the way it works in the spheres, is that all of the 10 spheres in the Atzilus are different. The Chesed, the Gevurah, and Chesed and Gevurah are total opposites. One is about giving and one is about not giving. Though plus and minus, they don't work together. But in the end, they both work together. And actually, this is actually kind of connected to the Parsha. The difference between Esav and Yaakov. That Esav is that idea. Esav is the idea of Tayu, is the idea of the Chesed and the Gevurah, and they fight with them, and they don't go together. Chesed says that the way to serve Hashem is just by giving to everyone and being nice to everyone. And Gevurah says no, you have to be strict with people, and to not to just give them love. You have to hit them sometimes, and you have to yell at them and tell them what to do. And what happens is, since they both are so opinionated, they all have their own opinion, they just fight against one another and they just explode. And it causes a source of all klipa. But how Tikkun works is that both Chesed and Gevurah have this like bittul, this nullification. They say, okay, I see that the way to serve Hashem is with Chesed, it's just with loving. And Gevurah says, I see that the way to serve Hashem is with strictness. But I'm not everything. There's God above me. There's Hashem that tells me what to do and commands me what to do. And I have to listen to Hashem. And therefore, I'm just going to do what Hashem wants and not interfere with Gevurah, and not even join with Gevurah and work with Gevurah. They're both doing the same thing. We're both being vessels to do what Hashem wants. When Hashem needs Chesed, to go to the Chesed. When Hashem needs Gevurah, go to Gevurah. And that's the same idea with us, with Jews. That when Hashem needs every person is needed to do something. She says in the Tanya that in Lama Bays that every person is, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. Okay, anyways, that every person is one body. All the Jewish people are one body, and each part, every person makes up this body, and they're listening to the head. which is Hashem, and they're all doing what they have to do, but each one has a different mission. Each one has to move, one has to think, one has to see, but all of them have different what? Okay. Well, all of them have different missions. They have different things to do, but they all work together because they see that. Okay, my mission is seeing, but they also needs this other. They also need moving. So all can work together and deal with one another. But when we don't work together, this is coming from our Gaiva, saying whatever we say is what's most important. And that Gaiva is which from that leads to all the sins. Because it's all about me, all about what I think, then it's going to come to all the way, it will come eventually till this guy's annoying, I want to kill him. Or, yeah. I need to worship this idol over here. It's going to come to that in the end. But it's all rooting from the fact that what I see and what I think is everything. That they're not anything else besides me. So the idea is that we have to be to work on cynicism. It doesn't necessarily mean hatred. It means more of an acceptance to other people and to other beings, other ideas, and to be not just respectful but accepting and encouraging other people in the mission, either even if it's Ruknius mission or if it's even a physical life, to help them out and to deal with them, and with that, and just having nullification to say that maybe this is the way I look at it, but maybe Hashem has another mission for me. With that, you could go and we'll have the Moshiach will come ultimately, and we'll all be one body for Hashem, kind of.